All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video we're going to talk about how we can absolutely destroy every zone coverage in the game with one setup from one play. And to help us out with deciding which play this is, we're going to be using our offensive coordinator tool, which can be found on our website over at HuddleGG. Once we're on the website, we're going to go to the top of the page and we're going to click on the offensive coordinator tab. Now what it's going to do is it's going to bring forward all of the offensive game plans that we've released for this given year, and you can select one or multiple game plans to bring forward to the actual coordinator tool itself. Okay, now for the sake of this video, we're just going to be looking at VA Dime's spread game plan, which we just released last week. And then once you have the game plan or game plan selected you want, you just push this continue button here to the top right. Okay, now when you get here, it's going to populate in all of the plays in the game plan, and to the right, it's going to give you the situations that you may be facing throughout the game. Okay, so for this video, we're going to talk about how can we beat all types of zone coverages, right? So let's say your opponent's mixing up cover 4, cover 3, and cover 2 very well, and you want a play that does a good job against all of those, right? So what you're going to do is we're going to click on cover 2. Okay, you can go into these subcategories if you'd like, but we're just going to do all cover 2, all cover 3, and all cover 4. Okay, now if you see, it populates in the most effective plays starting at the top, and then as you go down, they get less and less effective, and you can see that with the bars here where it's going from green to yellow. Okay, so we want to pick one of these plays near the top. Let's just pick this number 1 play here, flood out of gun bunch open offset. Now once we get here, you're going to see that we have the video right in front of us. Okay, so if you want to watch the video of the entire play and us breaking it down, you can just push the play button and watch that video there. If you don't want to watch the entire play and you just want to see the setup, if you click this tab here, it's going to show you just the setup. So if you're in game and you just want to look at the play itself, you can know now how you can set it up, and you don't have to go through the entire video for that. Okay, to the right side of the screen, you can see how this particular play does versus every coverage that we have listed. Okay, so you can see that against man coverage, it's not going to be the best, but against zone coverage here, it does a really good job against pretty much every zone in the game. Okay, now from there, if you look to the bottom left, it's now going to be our write-up. Okay, so this is going to tell you what you want to do pre-play, if anything. The setup, which is just going to be to put the solo wide receiver on a slant or any in-breaking route, right? So that could be a drag, a short in, something like that. And then it tells you your progression reads, where your eyes need to be looking once you call hike, right? So the first read is going to be that wide receiver on the corner. Second read is going to be that in-breaking route from that solo receiver. Third is going to be the outside receiver on a fade, and we're going to freeform that versus cover 2. And then the tight end on the flat is your last read as the check down. So now that we have all of this information and we know exactly what play we want to use to attack zone coverage, let's hop right back into practice mode, and we can start to really utilize this and show how we can make this effective in-game. Now that we're back in practice mode, we're going to go to the gun bunch open offset formation, and we're going to come out in the play flood. Now, the great thing about this play is you can run this to the wide side or the short side of the field, and that will specify in our offensive coordinator tool if you have to run it one way. Okay, but since it didn't specify, we can run this short or wide side. And the great thing about this is we can actually run this against obviously cover 3 and cover 2, but also cover 4, whether it's cover 4 drop or match, because we do have a 4x1 formation. So we're going to be able to turn off match by doing so. Okay, now the only setup we needed to do was put that backside receiver, that solo receiver, on an in-breaking route, right? So I'm going to put him on an in route here, and now we can just call hike from there. Okay, again, our first read every time is going to be A on that corner route. All right, so again, if you see that he's going to open up, you just throw this and you possession catch that right on the sideline. And the reason why this is so effective is because of the alignment of this formation. In a normal bunch look, when we're running the flood concepts, you want to run them to the short side of the field so the outside receiver can push back the outside third. But in this, they're already split out wide enough where you can just call hike here, and you can see your eyes really want to go on this outside corner. Okay, if this outside corner is bailing, you can throw this every single time to this corner route underneath. Just click on and possession catch that right there on the sideline. Okay, now that's going to be something you can run against every stock coverage in the game. So this is a cover 4 look here. Again, backside down and in, but again, against cover 4, it does not matter. We're going to have the same read here underneath, You can see we can make that read right there on the sideline. Against a normal cover 2, you're going to be able to make the same read if you wanted as well, just because of the depth that this corner gets. Okay, so if we set this up against a normal cover 2, if we wait, we can throw this over that squatting, either cloud flat or soft squat, and we're going to be able to make that read also. Okay, now we also talked about in the coordinator tool that when we're running this, if they are in a cover 2 style defense, we're able to throw that fade if we freeform that to the sideline. Okay, so if you see that your opponent is in cover 2 and you don't want to throw the corner, you can throw this away from that safety and come back and catch that. And that's another read you can make on this play. But if they do start to cover this, right? So let's say that they are manning it up with their user or something like that. And so that's something that you will see is they're going to start running over there with their user. They'll be manning it up with another player or something like that. That's where we get into our second and third reads on the play. Okay, so again, if we look at the A, we don't like him. We're just going to check it down here to our second read on that little in route. And that's going to be a nice, easy pickup for us there as well. And then lastly, let's say they take away both of those. Okay, so let's say they're playing cover 2. Let's say they're backing off that outside corner. They're also manning up the corner route, and then they're manning up our inside route as well. So again, they're being very detailed on the defensive side, and they're really setting up a complex defense of where they're manning and really running a hybrid type coverage. We still can go through our progressions and still make our reads. So again, if we don't like the A, we don't like the X, now we can just check it down to this tight end and pick up our nice easy yards here to that player as well. So again, you can see that no matter what type of a coverage, and we'll run it against a cover 6 as well. So cover 6 has match turned on, right? So it's going to be cover 4 palms to that right side. But because we are in a 4x1 formation, it does not matter. We're able to attack this just like we are cover 4 drop and hit that corner route right there on the sideline. So as you can see, this does a phenomenal job at attacking every zone coverage in the game, whether it's cover 3, cover 2, or cover 4. And we're going to be able to use this to really start to open up other things on our offense, because we really are able to pressure our opponent into running a coverage that we want them to run, because they can't be running any of these zone style coverages here.